Oh. All right.
Welcome back, folks. We started doing the countdown and we just went live, so.
Surprise.
Yeah. Just about ready here for match 3. Game 1 of match 3.
Yes, match number 3 here of our tri-match today on RMU Rec Sports on Twitch. Match number 3, your Robert Morris University Colonials taking on the Gannon Golden Knights. Both teams 0-1 today, but, well, the Colonials got their first win today.
Well,
Alex, what do you think?
See, while both of these teams lost their opening matchup against IUP, they lost in very different ways. RMU came out firing on all cylinders in Game 1 of their match, picked up the win, but then dropped the back 2, so it was a 2-1 loss for them. Gannon was 2-0'd by the Crimson Hawks. However, the Colonials have not played in like real game time situation for at least, I'd want to say, over an hour.
Yeah, so this will be interesting to see how the Colonials handle. Oh, excuse me, man. I had a burp stuck. Sorry. We'll see how the Colonials will handle themselves here after not playing for an hour. I saw them kind of sitting in the corner, or the left corner here, of the gym, just kind of scouting out how the Golden Knights play. So we will see if the Colonials can get their second win of the season.
One thing I've noticed so far was in that matchup, particularly with IUP and Gannon, you could really see that Gannon had some troubles playing at the center of the net. They had a lot of balls that would end up in the middle of the net. So I'm expecting a guy like Jacob Sidorsky. I have a feeling if they give him a fair bit of minutes in this one, he could really put up a lot of kills for this Colonials side, because we saw he had the striking power that he needed in that first match against IUP, and I have a feeling that these sort of situations would only favor him.
I had the wrong roster up on my board. IUP is not playing anymore.
Speaking of rosters, we've learned who the mystery man is.
Yes, the mystery man for Robert Morris in the gray shirt. Numberless. His name is Mike DePaze. So our mystery man has been solved.
He was number 11, and then he was number 1, and then he's number non-existent. But here we go. Just about ready to start this one off. Right. Cameron Courtney is going to be the one serving it away for the Colonials.
Cameron Courtney has had a solid day so far. Referee blows his whistle, and we're underway here. Match number 3, Colonials, Golden Knights. And the Colonials off to a good start. As number 7, Nick Salone, and our mystery man, Nick DePaze, combined for a block.
I like how we know who he is now, but we're still going to call him the mystery man.
Yep, we are going to call him mystery man because he has no number.
He has gray.
Hall over to Leo. Leo has his kill attempt slightly hit at the net, but it falls, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, kind of just split through the two blockers there and kind of just trickled into a bit of a soft spot in the Colonials' defense.
So here's number 7, Justin Hall on the serve. He's been pretty good so far from the server's spot today. Has an ace on the day. Higgins. Courtney. Over to handwork.
And that's going to be a point for the they're going to say point for RMU, saying it was off the fingertips of the Golden Knights. Handwork lucky there, I'd say. That ball did not get anywhere close to the baseline, so it's lucky that it fell in his favor. As that ball just barely creeps over the net.
Wow. Gannon got it over. Colonials were mid-celebration. Colonials stopped celebrating. Higgins is there for the kill. What in the world just ensued?
I tell you what, that was a good heads-up play there from the Colonials, realizing that ball got it back across the net and had to regroup instantly to try and send it back over, and they were able to as Higgins got the kill. But that's going to be Sergey for Gannon getting the point for the Golden Knights, giving them the serve again.
The mighty Russian in the middle for.
We don't know that. We do not know where he's up.
Here's Leo on the serve. Courtney over to Higgins. Higgins kill, yes! Good start here for the Colonials, up 4-2 in the early going.
It feels like a bit of a lifetime ago, but I do remember saying back in match 1 that if Higgins could get the aim finder adjusted, he was going to get a lot of really clean opportunities. So far, that looks to be the case as Gazdick's serve just trips over the net. It's happened a couple times already for RMU.
It's not a matter of how fast, it's a matter of how. And Gazdick gets the ace. Hall. Over to Serged, has to get it over. Gazdick. Over to Courtney. Swidarski sends it to Golden Knights side. Blocked. And point. Colonials. Number 23, Ethan, was looking for a kill. It was blocked by Salone. And Swidarski. Ethan returned it and went out of bounds. All over to Ethan. Handwork. Courtney. Higgins. Dug out by Hall, but to no avail.
Hall took an interesting approach to that one, I'd say. Instead of digging it out, he tried getting his head under it.
No, he got his hand under. That's what usually dig is. He gotta get that hand in there.
I know. I'm just saying it made contact with both arm and head.
Oh, so. Did it really?
Oh yeah. At least from my angle, it did.
RMU calling for tip. Referee's not going to give it to him. Salone just headed out of bounds, and it's now 7-3. Hanwick, Courtney, over to Higgins, little tip, and it works. Higgins was going for a big kill, instead got the little kill.
Higgins with the volleyball equivalent of the 1-inch punch right there, just barely having any room to work with, and still tips it up and over the net.
Substitution for Robert Morris as Salone checks out, and Kyle Killian, your server, subs in. Hall over to Higgins. They got to get it over. Aztec does well. Over to Ethan. High, arcing hit. Courtney. Higgins! No, out of bounds.
You can tell he's really feeling his form right now because he is not shying away from any opportunity. As that one can't get it to go.
So P. Sherman be the server. Higgins going to give it another go. Has it blocked. Gazdick played it over. Out of bounds. Higgins gave a good effort, though, to try and save it.
Playing a little bit of limbo, getting under the net, trying to retrieve it, but just not quite quick enough.
Gazdick has to go back to get that one, but does so successfully. Over to Higgins. Watch out over here. I was ready to make a play. I was ready.
Put him in, coach.
I was ready to get in the game, but Colonials end up getting a point on the kick violation. You know, Higgins has been hitting the ball hard tonight. It's just going into the net, unfortunately, and that's a service error for Higgins. So serving duties go right back to the Golden Knights.
That's one thing the Colonials are going to have to be careful of is those serving violations. That came back to bite them in their match against IUP.
There's a kill right there from Handwork. Ten to 6 now. Game 1, match number 3. Hall has to send it over and does so successfully. Courtney over to Higgins. Out of bounds.
They are giving Higgins a lot of looks right now trying to put that ball into the Gannon side.
Higgins, Courtney. Over to Handwork. Blocked. Colonial's got to do some work to get it over. Gazdick does so successfully. Over to Hall. Good job by Killian to get it over. Now Handwork going over a little reverse. Hall. Getting it to his teammate. Good dig there from Higgins. Our mystery man has a go at it. Courtney. Handwork. Yes, sir. What a rally. Finished off by a Handwork kill.
Very, very good back and forth action between those two teams there. Engaged handwork has what it takes to bury that one in the back corner to get RMU the point.
And Dupree for the Golden Knights had a couple good looks. What? The Colonials defense stood strong. Courtney to serve. Courtney, nice low arcing serve. Hall over to Leo. Point for Robert Morris. It appears that ball went around the little pole that's on the net.
Therefore making it out of bounds.
Here's Courtney. Nice, strong, hard serve. He should have let that go. And another violation on Golden Knights. RMU on a little point streak here. 5 straight. What a serve from Cameron Courtney, an ace!
I gotta say, I'm actually very disappointed in my own camera work right now. For once, I decided to zoom in on Cameron Courtney to see the serve, and I didn't zoom out in time to see that absolute laser beam he just launched.
Timeout. Golden Knights.
They're a little bit of scramble mode right now. They got to try and recollect themselves to get back into this one.
Make it 6 straight points now for the Colonials.
With the score being 14-7 too. 6 straight. You could tell that this game was close until it suddenly wasn't.
Cameron Courtney, the veteran on this Robert Morris Club men's volleyball team, knows what he's doing in big games. This is a big one for Robert Morris to go 500 on the weekend.
Absolutely. That was the goal coming in, was to do 500 or better. And right now they have an opportunity to reach that point. But it's going to be a matter of not only finishing off this game, but the game after as well.
Yeah, because previously they won the first game against IUP, and then just a lot of mistakes happened for Robert Morris, and they ended up losing the next 2. So this match, a big one for the Colonials. So Cameron Courtney, after coming off his ace, will get the ball again. It will be underway.
And I'll make sure I stay zoomed out this time in case he hits another rocket launcher of a shot.
Another good serve, sending Sherman to the ground. Leo sends it over, gas stick to Courtney. Over to handwork! Yes, sir! Laying the hammer down, and it's another kill. 15-7 now in favor of Robert Morris.
You can tell the Colonials are really feeling the momentum at this point in time.
There's Courtney, another great serve. That is in. That is another kill for handwork, sending it to the back line where nobody was. The Colonials are on a tear. Make it 8 straight points now. Courtney sends it over and sends it long. Out of bounds. A good run here for the Colonials.
After that hit, Cameron Courtney looked at his hand and just said, come on, why are we not in sync right now?
Looked at his hand like, what are you doing? Justin Hall to serve for the Golden Knights.
They could really use a bit of a rally here.
Hall sends it over. Higgins to Courtney. They got to send it over. Handwork gets it over. Hall over to Serged. Salone. Either with a good job. And getting it over to Leo. And that is in. What a good kill there from Leo Hatashi.
I tell you what, we saw a lot of really good kills from him back in that game against IUP, but he's been a little quiet in this one. That's the first real impact play he's made in this game.
Yeah, they got to start working the offense more towards Hatashi to try and get this Golden Knights offense going. Here's Hall on his second serve. Yazdick. Handwork with a hard kill attempt. That is going to go out of bounds. As the Golden Knights excuse me, I'm thinking Las Vegas. My goodness.
No,
it is the Golden Knights.
Yeah,
oh,
right.
my word. What am I?
It's been a long day at the office.
It's been a long 2 days as handwork serve goes into the net. Net violation.
Yeah, if you want to include the Friday night's D4 club hockey game, it's been a long weekend just in general. A lot of club sport action going on.
Hitachi served nearly an ace. Gastic is there to dig it out. Higgins, little light hit, can't get it to go, but it's set up again. Higgins, no. Gastic digs, Courtney, handwork, yes!
One thing I want to point out from that volley there, I think Higgins was watching that match 2 real closely because IUP had a lot of success with those like change-up kind of shots, and he was going for a lot of those lighter, floatier kind of hits. Nothing going there, so handwork said, all right, that's not working. We're going to go back to the full-speed attack as he makes a great dig there.
Great job, great effort right there. Gastic has to get it over, and he does. Hall. In the middle, oh no, the Colonials in scramble mode. Courtney gets it over, Higgins, no! Good effort there from Robert Morris to try and get the ball back over. But unfortunately, it's to no avail.
The hustle was there, just not quite the execution, which is not an easy thing to pull off when you're running full speed and trying to hit that ball completely the other way.
Adams served for the Golden Knights. It goes over to Higgins. Higgins' little kill attempt is dug out by Leo. Courtney, Salone, left hand, no good. Over to Oshie, hard kill, tipped at the line, but a Colonial cannot get there. And now here come the Golden Knights.
Starting to make their way back into this game a little bit.
18-12.
RMU led by as much as 9, I believe, in this one. Lead now down to 6.
Higgins, Courtney, oh, and that is a great momentum swing as Swiderski gets the kill, 19-12. Kyle Killian now is going to be the server for Robert Morris. That's it over. Serget Harkill gets it. As the block attempt for Robert Morris got there, but it went down on their side of the court. 19-13. Here's Sherman on the serve. Killian over to Courtney. Higgins has to get a touch on it. He did get a touch on it, but it went around the outside of the pole. That is considered out of bounds. Courtney, oh, wow. That was a hard bump right there from Cameron Courtney. It goes out of bounds on the opposite side, 19-15.
Bit of a, wasn't entirely sure where he wanted to go with it and tried splitting the difference, and I think that just happened again there.
And he called a carry / two-hand, or carry on the ball from Courtney, so a little bit of an error right there. There's a kill right there from Swiderski. That's what the Colonials needed to get momentum back on their side.
Couldn't have said it better myself. They were in desperate need at that point because they were starting to let the Golden Knights get right back into this game.
It's a big serve here for Higgins. Last couple have gone into the net. And that one goes out of bounds. So he didn't put it into the net, but he hit it a little too hard and long. And now the ball goes back to the Golden Knights, who are only down by 3 now, 20-17. Swiderski, beautiful little tap right there. Now it's 21-17. Swiderski taking a little playbook action out of IUP.
Absolutely. You could see the moment that ball went in, there was no Golden Knight who was going to get near it. A perfectly placed ball from Swiderski.
Swiderski serve. Up by Hatashi. Hall. Get it to Oshie, and he'll send it over. Now it's handwork. Yes! His kill was met at the net, but the ball, after the block attempt, hit the Golden Knights side of the court. And now it's 22-17. Swiderski on the serve. And a smart play there from Sherman to let it go.
RMU's having a really tough time serving as of late. Either it's into the net or it's out past the baseline. They might need to simplify just a little bit just to make sure that ball gets in play. Their defense hasn't been too bad when the Golden Knights have had to return it.
Our mystery man gets it over. Hall. Over to Hatashi. The Colonials got a hand on it. Now they have to get it over. And that, are they going to call one hit too many?
Referee's calling 4 hits.
The official's calling 4 hits on the, and that first hit came off the block attempt right there from both Courtney and Handwork. So yeah, that's I'm for one disagree with that call. I don't think a blocking motion does deserve to be called a hit, but nonetheless, it's 22-19. Higgins needs to get it over. Does a good job of doing that. Over to Oshie. Tips it over. Courtney. Handwork. Oh, he whiffed on the ball. All going for the kill attempt. Don't look now. The Golden Knights are clawing their way back into this game. 22-20. Colonials are having a hard time closing this game out.
You can start to feel there's a little bit more tension in the building than there was just 5 minutes ago as Handwork goes up, and that ball is, I think, up off the ceiling, but it's played in and out of bounds.
Now that goes out. Handwork had a heck of a kill right there. It was promptly dug out from Golden Knights, and now the vet, Cameron Courtney, will serve. And he does and makes him a serving mistake right there. The Colonials need to get a serve in play. They haven't been able to do that for the past couple of points here. 23-21 now.
It's really hurting them because, you know, you tend to do a bit better when you can at least. I feel like when the ball's been in play, RMU has been the slightly better team, but it's been a lot of these serving errors that's keeping this game close.
Hall with a good serve. Handwork out of bounds. 23-22. The Golden Knights are making a comeback.
It's also worth noting all these games are win by 2. So hypothetically, if this game were to hit 24-24, they'd now have to play till 26 and so on until a winner is decided by 2 points.
Handwork. It's it over. Tashi. Courtney's there. Handwork. Met. Net. And point, Robert Morris.
Yeah, so I think what we were talking about earlier, I think that is the case. If it hits the net but stays on your side, it's fine, but you can't cross the net. The ball can't cross the net when hitting that netting up top as Handwork just drives it right into the net, the volleyball net. Like, these serving errors are
mistakes.
Yeah.
So if the Golden Knights get a point here, this first game goes to win by 2.
RMU does have
Courtney.
the opportunity then
Higgins
right here, and it's out.
It is out. So now, win by 2. Timeout, Robert Morris.
24-24. Going into a little bit of extra time here.
What looked like a for sure win for the Colonials. They were up in this set 22-13 at one point.
Yes, they were.
And now here we are in the first game of match number 3, tied at 24.
And a lot of it just starts from the fact that RMU has not been able to serve successfully in this entire back third of the game. They've had 4 straight serving violations to close out that game. And that's just points that they're giving away to the Golden Knights.
You can just look at the body language, too, on the Colonials. Like, how did we get to this point? We were up 22-13. Now all the momentum is in the Golden Knights' court right now. Colonials need to focus up and get the job done here in game number 1.
It's going to be Leo serving here for the Golden Knights.
Leo Hatashi. Sit over. Gastick digs it out, and oh no! The bump from Gastick goes wild. And now the Golden Knights, after being down 22-13, have a chance to win game 1. Here's Atashi. That's it over. Higgins. Courtney. Back over. No! The set was a little too long. The Colonials were calling for a net violation, but a 9-point comeback for the Golden Knights as they take game number 1 in match 3 by a score of 26-24. The Colonials need to regroup and figure out a way to game number 2. We'll be back with game number 2 right here on RMU Rec Sports. The Northern Athletic Complex here on the campus of Robert Morris University with RMU Rec Sports on Twitch. And before this game gets started here, Alex, a little bit of scoring update for club sports. What do you got for us?
Absolutely. Roller hockey just finished up their final game of the weekend over in Mount Pleasant. They had a game against Penn State for their fourth and final division game of the weekend. Roller hockey tends to play a couple of weekends a year where they play a number of games. Final score from that one, RMU 6, Penn State 1. A big victory for the Colonials in that one. 4-0 in the division on the weekend, as Slippery Rock, I believe, is the division above them. So overall, a really strong effort from them. And Sam, I do believe we're just about to get going here for Game 2 of Match 3, what could potentially be the final one.
Yep, Hall sends it over, and a good play right there from Gastick to let it go. So, good start now for Robert Morris. Now they need to start stringing some points. But the alarms have to be clicking for Robert Morris after blowing that lead in the first set. So here's handwork, excuse me. And the serve Sergin. A nice hit, Courtney. Over to Higgins. Higgins trying to play it over. Does so successfully. One
Nice
thing you
little
noticed
drop.
on that serve from Henwick, though, didn't go with the jump serve. Just kind of stayed still and just tried to get it over. Had too many service errors in the first game, but looks like he's going to go with the jump serve here.
Yeah, they just needed one probably to kind of mentally reset, get one serve that's in. We're just waiting on Justin Hall to tie his shoe, but now we are good to go.
So a little running start and an ace. Hitachi thought the ball was going out, but handwork placed it nicely.
I have to think he was off his line from when he started, because he was like, his body language suggested that he thought that was going to go well past it, because that still had about another foot before the baseline.
So 3-0 our score. Handwick still going with the set serve. So tiny run up. Hitachi hit. Handwork misplays the ball, and the Golden Knights will get their first point of game number 2 in match 3. Courtney. Higgins with a little bump. Interesting. Had trouble in the first game. Sergin's going to have to send it over now. Gastick. Courtney. Handwork with a strong kill. And it was misplayed by Hall. 4-1 now for Robert Morris. Starting off the game like they did game number 1.
RMU's bench was very keen on watching that ball go out, because it was not entirely obvious that it was going to at first.
Hall up to Sergin. Has it tipped. Gastick plays it back. Now they have to get it over. Courtney gets it over successfully. And they're going to call that in, so the kill is good.
Trying to find the words to describe it right now. This game, it has a different feeling about it than the first one, at least thus far. I feel like both teams are more calm, a bit more settled in. They're trying to focus more on set plays.
Handwork giving chase. Higgins has to get it over. And can't. 4-3 now.
Well, certainly a good attempt, but just a really tough angle for Higgins there.
There's a good job right there from Swiderski.
He got high enough to just point that ball straight at the ground and said, goodbye.
And serve Hall. Serged has it blocked, and yes, they can't get there.
Yeah, kind of a tough break there. That ball got held up by the blockers enough to fall into the soft spot of the defense. Gastick couldn't quite get up there to get under the ball, and the block didn't completely stop its momentum. So
Higgins. Swiderski gets it over. Golden Knights have some work to do. They get it over. Courtney. Swiderski kept alive by the Golden Knights. Zach sends it over. Courtney. Higgins has an opportunity, but the set from Courtney was just too far.
Yeah, if that ball is about, I want to say about 4 or 5 inches farther back, I think Higgins could have gotten a good piece of it. But just led him a little too far as that serve goes directly into the net. RMU was the victim of a lot of serving errors in the first game of this match. Looks like they might be getting a little bit of a benefit from it now.
Hall with a quick one, but the Colonials were ready. Good job by Higgins. To Ethan. Yes. Oh, no. Hall sends it backwards. They got to get Hitachi, or excuse me, Sherman tries to save it.
There was so much action going on.
Wow.
I don't blame you, dude.
A lot happening in a quick amount of time. 7-5, though. Higgins, the serve. Also not going with a jump serve. Just trying to get it over. Hall. Oshie sends it long. Point, Robert Morris.
I don't know if Oshie did that to try and draw off the block, or if he just legitimately hit it that high and missed the baseline.
Over to Ethan. Cross quarter. Killian gets there. Oh, and handwork. Just
he couldn't quite get all of it.
Not a good kill attempt right there.
Yeah, he kind of caught it off the fingers as opposed to the palm, and just, or not necessarily the palm, but like he only got his half his hand on it, and because of it, the ball floated on him.
So Ethan will now serve for the Golden Knights. Good job right there from Higgins to let that go. It's out of bounds, and now here come Colonials of Robert Morris. 9-6 is our score. Swiderski to serve. Hall over to Hitachi. Blocked by Robert Morris. Cameron Courtney and Mike DePays combined for the block.
Very, very nice looking block there. Clean. Just all hand. Dropped it right down on him.
Swiderski serve. Nice and low. Hitachi saves it. Oshie.
Oh, my boy. Wow.
You want to talk about... Wow.
That
you want to talk about using your head.
Yeah. Game recognizing game right there. Swiderski and Oshie both heading to the bench, but Swiderski gave Oshie the thumbs up like, all right, yeah, I heard you loud and clear there, as he took that right off, I would say, like the collarbone area.
Handwork with a great kill right on the line.
He's showing that both teams have that finishing ability right there. A nice, nice spike from Gage Handwork.
Here's Courtney with the serve. Tiny jump serve. Tashi's there. He's going to get the return. And the ball just didn't make it over.
Yeah, that was really good awareness from the senior there, Will Cochinor, to make sure he didn't reach over and try getting that ball when it was getting close to the net.
Hall sends it up. Oh, and a miscommunication on the Knights side. As Dupree looked like he was going to go for the ball, but instead just let it go, and Swish had no time to react. Courtney sends it over. Higgins. Courtney. Higgins! Yes!
Big time play there from Higgins. And there's a timeout for the Gannon Golden Knights. RMU once again in the driver's seat, but as we saw with last game, just because you're ahead doesn't mean you stay there.
Mm-hmm. That is indeed correct. You know, Adam Dupree had a shot at that, got his hands on it, but unfortunately could not maintain possession for the Golden Knights. We're gonna take a small break here from this timeout. Stay with us.
We're just gonna get some water.
Welcome back. The timeout for the Golden Knights. Cameron Courtney to serve again. Hall over to Hitachi. Has it blocked, but the block goes out of bounds.
Really, really close there. It was a textbook block, just not in play.
14-8 now. We saw this a little earlier. Colonials had a big lead. Golden Knights called a timeout, and the Golden Knights were able to come back in the game.
Yeah, we'll have to see if history repeats itself like it did in Game 1, as now the referee's having a talk with somebody.
Wondering what's happening here. Trying to figure out who's serving for the Golden Knights.
I think they were having an issue. I don't think the rotation was quite right. I think the ref was saying, hey, this person should be in, this person should be out.
That's exactly what was happening. Good insight, Alex. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
And here's Courtney. Setting it up for handwork. My goodness. Sending it down with authority.
Not only that, he had like the entirety of Lake Michigan to hit that ball into. There was just a giant hole in the middle of the Golden Knight defense, and he just drove it home.
Handwork's feeling a little bit more confident now. Goes with a jump serve. Sergey has to get it over. Oh, man, trouble now for the Colonials, but they get it over. Spike here from Oshie. Courtney misplays it. And now, here come the Golden Knights.
The fact that the Colonials even got that first ball back across the net, I think, was a miracle in itself, but just not quite enough to end up with the point on that rally.
Gazdic sends it in the air. Courtney looking for Higgins. Higgins has his spike blocked, but the block goes out of bounds. Last touch. Golden Knights point. Robert Morris.
Be Gazdic with the serve here for the Colonials.
Mike DePace comes out of the game. And Swiderski comes in. Hall over to Sergey. It's touched by Robert Morris, but they get it back over. Hall. Dupree. Dug up by Gazdic. Higgins, small touch. Colonials looking for a tip. Don't get it. Point Golden Knights.
Yeah, Higgins, he had a little conversation there with his right hand afterwards. Like, he knew exactly where he wanted to go with that ball, but mind and body didn't connect on that one, and the ball was out of play.
Handwork. Courtney. Oh, Swiderski. What a little cheeky play right there. Gets the kill.
I tell you what, we've seen Swiderski when he goes full power on those, and I think the Golden Knights have as well. So when he goes with those off-speed hits, it is really deceptive.
Honchinor had a good serve right there. Sergey gets it over. Handwork. Courtney over to Handwork. Long. Handwork saying that was a good set. My bad on the spike.
Colonials bench trying to get keep the team moving here. Don't let them get too down on themselves.
17-11. Courtney looking for Higgins. Higgins with the left hand. Has it blocked. Swiderski also has his attempt blocked. Gets it back over, though. Now it's a little scramble. Hall. Swish. Blocked by Swiderski and Courtney.
Big-time play there. Someone in the chat here, Sam, made a very interesting point of they were saying that Gannon's down a couple of starters here today.
Ah, gotcha. It's good to know. You know, I talked with Gannon earlier today. I said, you know, are you guys missing anybody? And they told me no. So, yeah. Killian with a great play, but unfortunately Robert Morris can't get it over.
So, regardless, might be a couple of holes in that Golden Knight lineup here, but hasn't stopped them from putting on a fun show so far this afternoon.
Indeed, this has been a fun game to call. Hailing over to Swiderski. Swiderski got it over. Oshie tried to make a play. Hitachi fell. Point Robert Morris.
Yeah, Leo Hitachi had already committed to trying to get that one from Oshie, and when he went down to go get the low ball, Oshie had tried pitching it up again, and with that point, there was nothing he could do.
Here's Swiderski on the serve. Hitachi now has to scramble. Hall has to just bump it over. Higgins. Courtney looking for handwork. Has the spike ball tipped. Goes out of bounds. Last touch Golden Knights. Handwork is given the kill. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited.
You're having a time over there, man.
I am. Swiderski with another good serve. Hall and Hitachi have miscommunication on that play. And now Robert Morris starting to build that lead.
Timeout,
Golden Knights.
And I think that's a really wise timeout there for Gannon. They needed a second, I think, to recollect themselves. You could tell that there's been some miscommunication going on these past couple points for RMU.
And while the Golden Knights are going to take a break, we're going to take a little water break too. Stay with us here on RMU Rex. All right, welcome back here from the Golden Knights timeout. 21-12 is your score here in Game 2, match number 3.
That's a really good song, by the way, 21-12.
I've never heard of it before, but anywho.
Big Time Rush fan, not Big Time Rush. It's I am a fan of Rush, not Big Time Rush. I mean, they're both good, but
trouble here for the Colonials as it was a good spike right there from Hitachi. We're going to credit him with a kill as well. So a good job from the Golden Knights. After the timeout, 21-13 now.
See, I wanted to talk about 21-12 by Rush, and now I just ended up with the Big Time Rush theme song in my head.
Here's Courtney. Handwork. Good dig right there from Sherman. Hall has to send it over, does so successfully, and Killian tried to dig it out, but unfortunately the dig was just too far. And now 2 points straight for the Golden Knights after the timeout.
Yeah, their timeout seems to have helped a little bit, get them regrouped, and
that
right
is
as
not
I'm
good.
saying it, it goes into the net. Tough break there for the server. Cameron Courtney to launch this one in.
Courtney with a little jump serve. That was an interesting hit there from Zach. Well, two-hand hit right there as well. Swish trying to get over, and the kill is good from Conchinor.
RMU's found themselves in this position before. It's 23-14, and it's about as big of a gap and around the same point differential to when things started going south for them in Game 1. Let's see if they can close out here in Game 2.
Yes, Alex, can the Colonials close this out? Hall to Hitachi.
They're going to say that was tipped.
Yep, that ball was indeed tipped. I was surprised if they wouldn't call it a tip. Good kill there from Hitachi. Yeah, the Golden Knights really got to start working this offense around Hitachi. He's been one of their main go-to guys here. Or kills.
Here comes Hall for the serve.
Hall. A good serve. Courtney. Oh boy, that was not good. Courtney was looking for handwork, but handwork was not looking for the set from Courtney. And the Colonials, they gotta calm down here.
That's
2 points away from winning this game and forcing game number 3.
That is the double-edged sword of trying to do some of those blind sets where you definitely will catch your opponent off guard, but if your teammates don't know you're doing it, it catches yourself off guard as well.
Hall. Hitachi! Yeah. Not yet. Now it's official. Hitachi! My goodness. Six-point game now. 23-17. Hall is going to serve for the Golden Knights. That's it over. Gas stick. Courtney. Look for Conchinauer. Yes. But it gets blocked, and the Golden Knights get another point. 5-point game. Alex, don't tell me we're going to see this choke job again from the Colonials.
You know, I'm not one to try and put the commentator's curse out there, but I am just going to say it's starting to have shades of Game 1.
Hang on, Alex. We're coming in for a landing here in game number 2 as Courtney sends it up to handwork. Wow. My word, sent down with authority, 24-18.
That is a big-time play when you need it most. And now it's a 1-point game. Let's see if they can get this final point, close it out, and force a Game 3. And if they do, it'll be the third Game 3 in 4 matches that we've called for men's club volleyball this year.
Hammer with a good serve. Sergey sends it over. Courtney over to Higgins for the game, but it's dug out by the Golden Knights. Now here we go. A little rally happening. Higgins, little tap over, dug out by Hall. Sergey. Gasick does a good job. Courtney sending it over. Now we're getting 2 hands on it. Hall. Hitachi! Are they going to call tip? Yes! They are going to call that the ball was tipped. Golden Knights point. Game 2 is not over yet.
The Colonials bench couldn't believe it. They thought that was it, and when they saw the referee had went the other way with it, they all just kind of sat there, mouths agape for a second before they said, all right, recollect, refocus, reset, let's do it.
They're 24-19 now. Natashi's the server. Gasick does a good job. Achenauer to end it. Doug misplayed there. Number 1, Zach from the Golden Knights. And that is how Game 2 is going to end here in match number 3. The Colonials are going to a 3rd game for the 2nd time today. They win game number 2 by a final score of 25-16. 18, excuse me.
That seemed a little low.
I was looking at the scoreboard because I forgot the score, and it was 0-0. And I was like, I knew it's an even number. But we will be right back here on RMU Rec Sports. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back here on the Twitch channel RMU Rec Sports. My name is Samuel Goldberg. I'm with Alex Gannon. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are here in Robert Morris's 2nd Game 3 of the day. But can they close this Game 3 out?
You know, we've seen RMU in these Game 3s before. They are in the last 2 weekends, counting today and then their tri-match last week. This is their 3rd Game 3 in just 4 games, or 4 matches. And it starts with a Cameron Courtney serve directly into the net.
That is not a good start to game number 3. Kind of started how the last Game 3 started, a service error for the Colonials.
Absolutely.
And now every point matters here in this set, or in this game, because this game is to 15 instead of 25.
RMU was 1-1 so far in their previous 2 Game 3s that we've broadcast so far this season. We'll have to see if they'll end the weekend with a winning or losing one here, as Gazda can't quite get to that one.
Hall with a really good serve. The ace. Pulling the ace out of his sleeve. As it hit the net and just landed in front of Gastick. So, good start here for the Golden Knights, 2-0. Hall, another good serve, and that's an ace. 3-0 now. The Colonials' alarms need to get going again. 2 aces in a row for Hall. Looking for number 3 here. Courtney. Over to Achenauer. Yes.
Oh, yeah. All day.
What a play right there from the Colonials. Good job from Gastick to get it to Courtney. And then Courtney set up Achenauer.
You could tell from the moment he went up for that ball, he knew exactly where he was going to put it. He wanted to get it back to the near side and didn't miss.
So Gage handwork to serve now. Going back to the jump serve. Hits the net a little bit. Golden Knights just try and get it over. Over to Higgins. Has his attempt blocked. Hitachi has to get it over. And he does so successfully, but it's out of bounds. Robert Morris point. 3-2 in favor of the Golden Knights. Here's handwork. Really good jump serve. Hitachi. A little miscommunication there, but Swish gets it over. Higgins. A little small tap. Hall. Over to Hitachi. Are they going to say it's tipped?
They're not
going to call tip.
Much to the protesting of everyone on the Gannon side. Nope, they've reversed the decision.
The referee is going to call tip. Reverse it. I mean, it looked like the ball got tipped. I mean, just by the ball landed, or changed direction in air. So really good kill there from Hitachi.
Yeah. Head judge deferred over to the sideline. That
is a misplay from there. That's rare right there for Higgins to misplay a serve like that. Now it's 5-2. Hitachi was an ace, by the way, last serve. Gastic to Courtney. Higgins has to get it over. He does so successfully. Hall setting up Sergej, but it's blocked. Good job from the Colonials. Hall. Swish! I'm going to call it out.
And once again,
no, okay, the decision was reversed. I was going to say that ball clearly landed in the corner of the Colonial side.
Back-to-back points here, 2 out of 3, where Gannon's
Hitachi
kind of protested the initial one and it had to go their way. And that's another point for the Golden Knights, as it looks like that was going to be a net violation. And that's a timeout for
Robert
RMU.
Morris. Hitachi's doing a great job on serving, and then the Colonials have just lost 4 points straight. 7-2 is your score in game number 3. We're gonna take a little step back here from the microphone, as we need a quick water break as well. We'll be back in like 15 seconds.
Closing in on what should probably be the final stretch of play from today's tri-match here. 7-2 the score right now. Gannon leads this decisive game 3. The winner of this one will end the day 1-1.
Tashi with another good serve, forcing Gastic to go low. Goes over to Conchenauer, and there it is. Another good kill from Conchenauer.
He's looked real sharp in this this third and final game.
Michael Gastic will now be the server. Hall setting up Swish, gets it over. Hall again trying to spike it, but it gets blocked by Swiderski.
A big-time block there from Swiderski, helping RMU get a little bit of momentum here. That's now 2 points in a row, looking to make it 3.
Alex, we're coming in for a landing here, game 3. Oh boy, and a misplay there from the Golden Knights. They got to get it over, and Hitachi does. Battle at the line, and there's a successful kill by Sergej.
That ball's just going to roll away as no one was back there to grab it for the upcoming serve, so that's going to end up back off the wall. But
so here's Adam Dupree. Courtney, Conchenauer blocked. Gastic is there, and Oshie, a really good play right there to just send the ball down. And now it's 9-4. Cameron Courtney trying to will his team together to try and rally back into this. Here's Dupree on the serve, good one. Courtney, Conchenauer sends it over with the spike, but it gets blocked. Sergej sends it over. Courtney, Higgins. What a good job right there from Hitachi. Dupree over to Hall. Sends it over. Gastic. Courtney. Conchenauer out of bounds. 10-4 in favor of the Golden Knights.
You could tell the frustration was there because he had the opportunity and just couldn't quite keep it in.
Dupree sends it over. Courtney. Colonials need a point here. Higgins has no success on the spike. Conchenauer sending it over to Higgins. Higgins gets it over. Hall. Hitachi. Sergej needs to make a play. Does so. Gets blocked. Sends it back over. Courtney. Had a mishap on the set, but he got it over. It's met at the line. Net violation on the Golden Knights. Can the momentum swing now?
We'll have to see. It'll start with Conchenauer on the serve, who's been arguably the Colonials' best player on the floor here in Game 3.
Conchenauer's serve is a low one. Hall over to Sergej. Sergej hard. Hitting spike blocked by the Colonials. Higgins has to get it over. He does so. Oshie and Sergej combine for the block, but that block goes out of bounds, and now here come the Colonials, starting to turn garbage into gold. 10-6 now. Hall Oshie, my word! That kill just came out of nowhere. You just kind of felt the momentum swing right there from that kill from Oshie.
That was a very, very definitive strike, if I do say so myself.
Looks like the Golden Knights just tucked their sword. They're starting to slowly point it at the Colonials. Courtney, Higgins, this is a big one if he can get it, but the Golden Knights read it. Courtney sends it up. Gastick to handwork into the net. No good. 12-6 now in favor of the Golden Knights. Timeout, Robert Morris. The Colonials are now on their hands and knees begging for a white flag from the Golden Knights. We'll take a step back. We'll be back in 15 seconds. After the timeout from Robert Morris, we're back in it. And that is another error on Robert Morris. The Golden Knights are 2 points away from winning. Going 1-1 on the day. Sherman with a good serve. Courtney has to rush over. It's a big kill if they can get it, but they can't. Gastick over to Higgins. Yes!
Nice. Very, very simple little drop there from Higgins. Very well executed.
Higgins has to focus on getting this ball over the net. No errors here. Crucial serve. Does so successfully. Hall. Oshie. Courtney saves it. Kyle Killian gets it over. There's a block at the net. Oshie tried to get it through. No avail. And now here come the Colonials. 2 straight points. 13-8 now. Another big serve from Higgins. Gets it over successfully. Hall. Setting up swish. He gets it over. Killian. Courtney. Higgins needs to do a good job getting it over, and he does. Hall setting up Oshie. Oshie gets it over. Oh, my! Higgins can't get there. And now the Golden Knights are 1 point away from beating Robert Morris.
Oshie found a nice little soft spot in the back of the court there and got it there beautifully.
There's a serve from Ethan Swish. Low, Courtney. Oh my gosh, everybody's being met at the line. Hall has to get it over, and he does. Courtney. Swiderski has it blocked. Gastick looking for handwork. Handwork gets a little tap over, but Swish is there. Oshie sending it over. Error. That is game. The Colonials fall to 0-2 on the day. The Golden Knights, with an impressive performance today, go 1-1 on the day, beat Robert Morris 15-8 here in game number 3. Robert Morris now falls to 1-5.
I believe
on the year.
Yeah.
That is just per research that I did before what I could find. So.
Absolutely. And, you know, it wasn't through a lack of effort today. Both of RMU's games go to that third and final set. Just couldn't quite close it out. Very, very well contested volleyball all throughout all 3 games.
Yeah, all 3 games were really competitive, really fun to call. Alex, I wouldn't say not too bad for our first broadcast together, me and you.
I'd say so. Obviously, that'll be more up to the people watching at home than to us, but so far not too bad. So, with that being said, folks, thank you all for tuning in today for Men's Club Volleyball here at Robert Morris University, RMU versus Gannon versus IUP in today's tri-match. The next time we see you will probably be Saturday, February 19th. Club basketball has their final 2 home games against Ohio State Gray, and that'll be coming to you live. I believe it's going to be 1 p.m. on Saturday, but we'll have to check that. It'll be here in the Rec Center, so same place as today's game. But until next time, I've been Alexander Gannon alongside Sam Goldberg. Have a good afternoon, everybody.